Are you in love with football? And what about sports betting? Do you want to earn really big money from it? Experts of Betfac prepare dozens of solid and safe predictions with high odds every day, so you can win a lot and stably. Just sign up through the link in the description and punish your bookie.
Every time he's asked to deliver on the big stage, he's there and delivers.
Yeah, and Real Madrid, well, cruising.
Coasted the first half, not at their best. We spoke at half-time about another gear or two. Rio mentioned that man Ronaldo, he was obviously the difference, but as a team they also had another gear. Yeah. They took control second half, possession. You know, this is very much on the brink of being over as a tie, as we know now.
We mentioned it before the game. If Juventus have to come out and play, they're not as good, not as effective. They had to come out to play, especially with going 1-0 down, and they were punished in the second half by a great, in-form, experienced Real Madrid team.
And a truly brilliant, wonderful goal scorer. And as we talked about before the game, that Ronaldo's turned himself into almost a box player.
Yeah, he has. I mean,
only Real Madrid's goalkeeper had fewer touches than...
Yeah, we were laughing at that stat during the game, yeah. But it just tells you exactly what he's about. He's about end product. All these show reels that people have on social media, he could care less about all that.
Yeah. One thing about that goal as well that won't get mentioned, and obviously because of the skill of the finish, but is that he crossed that ball from the byline, and then the play carries on. Yeah. He gets back in the optimum position straight away for the ball that comes back in the box. It's not a surprise that he's there. The skill is surprise.
He may not care about his social media. I'll have a little bet with you. I bet he posts that goal at some point on his Instagram.
Yeah, I bet you any money he's thinking more about the miss that he made after that.
Yeah, the hat-trick.
He'd be slapping himself in the face in the mirror after the game. No.
If only he could finish.
Exactly. Zidane must be devastated he's got him in the team.
Yeah. Well, here it is. I mean, it's a bit cruel for him to see this now. But
great play again. Look, too much time probably.
It's the cross, as Steve said there on the co-commentary, doesn't need to have that much on it. Roll it into him, give him his hat-trick.
Do you reckon he's having a go at
basic technique, get your head down, son, get over get your knee over the ball.
It's a perfect cross. You'll be giving him a bit of stick.
The greatness is, he will, Barrow's right, that'll be on his mind, but wow, what a moment before that. Incredible. Yeah. Not just the ability, but the hunger and the ruthless finishing.
And the longevity.
Game after game, year after year, scoring in important games, things that we take for granted. It's not been done before to this level, it hasn't.
By the way, he did score another goal. Yes. The first one in the game, after just, 3 minutes of play, something like that, and classic poachers type of goals, which he's capable of scoring all the time.
This is obviously massive in terms of the game as a whole, because it gave Real Madrid that footing. But again, clever, stand still, let the Juventus boys back off. The defending from Juventus is poor, because I think it's a strength of Italian defending is they defend their goal, but it's also a weakness, because as you see here, they're defending and they're dropping deep. Let's defend the goal. Let's defend that. Ronaldo's smart. I don't even need to go in there yet. Yeah. Benzema's pinning his man. Wait, come from behind in the cutback, and he's across his men, and that's it. So poor defending from Juventus, but the great man, simple clinical movement and a clinical finish.
The top players don't allow you to get hold of them. They don't allow you to touch them. I played against Messi in Champions League finals both times. I reckon I touched him once, because they stay away. They stay away from that contact, and when there is contact, it's normally a defining moment like that. You get your hands on me, but I'm putting the ball in the back of the net.
Have we had a look at the overhead kick yet? Here it is. I'll never tire of seeing this.
I think it's just the athleticism. You're going to get stills of this. You're going to get pictures of this in the coming hours, minutes.
Bit of a cock-up here.
Yeah, Chiellini makes a mistake with Buffon. That's fine, but there's still so much to do here. Watch, like Frank said, he's on the byline there, gets back into position, running away from goal, and then leaps like that, and has the ability to guide it into that corner. This is textbook.
We've all tried it. You attempt something towards that in training, and of course many go wrong. I'm sure Cristiano's done it, but to be able to get that perfection, it's like a gymnast. The height of the ground is not normal. How high he's got, the timing and the execution of the strike itself. the moment in the game that's so critical like this. Oof. I mean, it doesn't get boring. Yeah. That is so good. That is hours and hours of work and natural ability.
Got applauded by many of the Juventus fans in the stadium. Don't see that very often. I remember Ronaldo at Old Trafford, Brazilian Ronaldo, the other one.
I was there. I was an opposing defender at that
Ronaldinho at Madrid, Messi at Madrid once.
Even if you look at Zidane's reaction, he's got his hands on his head, thinking like, what have I just witnessed there? I mean, that's what these type of guys are producing. It's just phenomenal.
But that skill's bigger.
14 goals that's an incredible amount of goals, and we're only in the first leg of the quarterfinals. There you go. He's also now the top goal scorer in all the leagues. He's gone a couple ahead of Mo Salah, and of course Messi's there as well. He plays tomorrow. He'll be looking to bounce back and do something against Roma. The Ronaldo overhead kick, we talked about a Wayne Rooney one. Was it? Remember Trevor Sinclair's?
Trevor Sinclair's one was I think Trevor Sinclair's might have been better, but then it was in the Premier League and it wasn't at this stage in knockout football. I mean, sometimes it's a stage, but listen, they're all great goals. Wayne Rooney's one was off his shin. Sorry, Wayne, but he was. But it's
Hugo Sanchez used to be brilliant. Played for Real Madrid in the 80s, Mexican striker. He used to score about 3 or 4 overhead kicks a season, and then did somersaults to finish. He was a real gymnast. For those of you that are very old like me. We've also run a little poll on BT Sports on social media just to see if you think that was Cristiano Ronaldo's best goal ever. And well, he's got 62%, 38% no. And the reason for that was, can you remember the goal? 40-yarder against Porto.
Yeah, I was behind it saying pass, goal! Like unbelievable, like it was a rocket.
Yeah. Yeah, you can still vote, by the way.
I can't think of the goal exactly, but a 40-yarder. This sounds really simple, but it can happen. You take a strike.
You can strike
there's so many elements of the technique and the moment of that I think for me that would put it as his best.
Yeah,
I think both are breathtaking. That's the thing. They do take your breath away, and these great players have that ability to be able to take your breath away. It's just, and we're just lucky to be in this era. I love it.
We are, and they take our breath away so frequently. It really is marvellous to watch. There were other things in that game. We'll have a look at that when we come back. Yeah, it was all right. We'll have another look.
Why not? Go on then.
Go on then. One more. You can't tire of this, can you? Really.
I don't know, this guy, man. I'm just looking on social media. The reaction has just gone bananas on social media.
Yeah.
And like,
this is almost a favourite, but look, even Zidane, who scored a few goals like that himself in his time.
There's only one manager I've ever seen do that before. That's Bobby Robson with Ronaldo at Barcelona. Yeah. When he scored a goal and he looked to the heavens and put his hand in his head, and that's the great Zidane doing that. Yeah. Tells you everything.
Zidane was probably a better player than Bobby Robson. Love Bobby Robson, that I do. Yeah. He wasn't a bad player, but there's a difference somewhere. Right, there are other things that went on in the game. The third goal, Marcelo was the scorer of it, and Ronaldo got an assist, just to show that he can do that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, this comes after the red card for Juventus, so complete one-way traffic, but just to kill off the tyre, probably, this last goal. And Marcelo, how many times have we seen him do this?
This is brilliant.
Great little drag through the legs, keeps running. Ronaldo puts it back in his path. Again, Juventus defending suspect. Chiellini tries to have a little grab of him, but
little cheeky megs there as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not bad for a full-back.
Yeah, there you go, boom, through there. But he's like a playground player, Marcelo. He just plays with so much freedom the way he plays. It just looks like he could be out in the park somewhere. Fantastic footballer, on the attack especially.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Certainly is. Not Juventus' night, really. Kind of summed up, I suppose, in many ways by the fact their star man Dybala got 2 yellow cards. First for a dive.
Well, yeah,
looked
first
a dive.
It did look a dive.
Only he will really know. But.
Yeah, I mean, his original piece of skill was pretty good. Then he doesn't get any touch that he might have been looking for during the skill. There he goes, moves his feet, wants a touch, throws his arms out to try and be a bit theatrical, see if he can con the ref to a degree. Probably a fair booking also.
He'd be disappointed today because he was one of the players given a star billing. Yep, that was a little bit similar to the Nani challenge for Man United. The same referee, by the way.
That's a straight red, though.
This was a straight red. This is a second yellow, but he'd be disappointed because he's billed as the next talent. The next wave of talent coming through to be a superstar. And
do you see him like that, though?
On tonight's performance, I'd say no, but I've seen glimpses of him that suggest that he has got the ability, the potential to get to that level. But
I suppose everyone really suffers by the fact that how good Ronaldo and Messi are. Everyone said, "Oh, he's the next superstar." Yeah, but he's not.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not fair to compare. And he's very young, and I think there's some developing, and maybe it might mean him at some stage move into a different league and that. But I think at Juventus he is the great young hope for them. But affecting games more regularly. Again, I'm thinking of Ronaldo and Messi, but affecting them more regularly, particularly these games, because they do define your career and how people see you. These are the moments you want to do it. He did it last year, to be fair, so that he'll be back. There'll be more moments from him.
When I said we'd hear from Zinedine Zidane, you knew what I meant. Sort of hear from him or someone else in that front. Well, the poll result, let's bring you up to speed with how that's going as to whether it was Ronaldo's greatest goal ever. It's now 64%, so he's stretched the lead. And let's have one more look at it, and then we're going to show you the goal that it's being compared with, or the one that's competing with it. This was tonight's overhead kick. You may have seen it once or twice. Spectacular finish. And this was a game that you played in Rio.
Pass. That's what it was like in the game. The audacity to shoot from that far, that's what I was sitting there thinking. Just pass it. Play simple. But them type of players there, they take it into their own hands and they know what they're doing.
I mean, the thing is, we've all scored those from...
I haven't.
No, we've not.
He has.
But then we've not scored the overhead kicks either. But there we go.